Here we go. Let's try that again. All right, everyone. Welcome to our Thursday chair yoga. My name is Sarita. I will be leading you through this 15-minute yoga break. So all you're going to need is your chair. So whether you're in an office chair or a different kind of chair, just make sure it's stable. You're on a comfortable surface. And maybe if you're in a chair with wheels, maybe hold on to it just to be safe so it doesn't roll from underneath you. And then of course, I mentioned just earlier, maybe bring over a block to have as a prop just in case. But of course, you can absolutely do this without any props at all. So let's go ahead and get started. Just coming slightly away from the back of your chair, sitting up nice and tall. You can rest your hands on your thighs or hold onto your chair. We are going to breathe and flow through a cat-cow. So all we're going to do is round the back, drop the head, and then arching the back, draw your shoulders back, let your head fall. And we'll just flow through that a few times. You can inhale on the cow when you're arching your back, and exhale on the cat when you round the back. And just go at your own perfect pace. We're not going to focus too much on a perfect breathing pattern, which your breathing pattern is your perfect breathing pattern, but just bringing our focus to our bodies for this short break and just being present in whatever sensations we feel and just kind of opening up and releasing into these stretches we're going to do today. All right, coming back to neutral spine, again, sitting up tall, shoulder blades back and down. We're just going to flow from one side to the other, dropping ear to shoulder, gently coming back to center, ear to shoulder. So this is just a gentle warm up, getting into all the joints, all the muscles that tend to tense and tighten up while we're sitting at our desk. And then just mindfully showing yourself gratitude for taking the time to take a break and get some movement in. All right, let's hold this one. So whichever side you're on, let the ear stay close to the shoulder. Draw your shoulder blades back into your pockets. And then let's just move around with the head a little bit. Turn your gaze down. Turn your gaze up toward the ceiling, very slowly and gently, stretching into the muscles on the side of the neck, down into the shoulder. Maybe if you find a point that you feel needs a little more attention or just feels really good to hold, go ahead and hold or continue to flow here with me. Maybe even taking that opposite hand to reach around the back for a deeper stretch. Just a couple more times here, a few more moments. And then very gently returning the neck, head back to neutral spine. If you have that arm bound behind, go ahead and bring it back to front and we'll move to the other side. Drop the ear over, relax the shoulders down, and then begin to swivel on this other side. Again, moving very slowly and carefully, being mindful of the neck. We're looking up and we're looking down. We're intentionally not making neck circles just because the neck is not a ball and socket joint. So it doesn't swivel around like your shoulder or your hip would. We want to be careful and just move through the range of motion that it's meant to. Again, finding a point, if you feel like you'd like to hold, go ahead and do so, and an option to reach around behind. And then very gently, when you're ready, go ahead and return the head back to neutral, bringing the hands back down. And now we'll begin to flow through a seated sun A, which is going to look very different from your usual, but you're getting the same benefits from it. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, folding forward. And on our halfway lift, you can bring your hands to your shins or knees, flatten out the back. And then exhale, fold forward again, rounding the back, drop the head. Now let's do the seated baby cobra. Bring your hands to your knees, draw your shoulders back, hug your elbows back, and send the crown of your head long. So you're not coming up very high. I'll turn to the side. You're just lifting your head, draw your shoulders back, little back bend, squeeze at the top, and then exhale, fold forward again. And then inhale, reverse swan dive back to your upright position. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. We're going a little faster. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, fold forward all the way over your thighs. And then let's inhale up to our baby cobra. Pinch your shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, sweep the arms up, back to our neutral spine. Let's try that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Remember your breath. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up to baby cobra. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, return back to your seated mountain. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. We'll go into a spinal twist. So sitting up nice and tall. Twist over to one side. Your hands can come to the thigh, your chair, or maybe even reaching around behind. Inhale, grow tall in the spine. Exhale, twist a little bit further. Hold here and breathe deeply into this twist. And then on your exhale, coming back to center. And let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, twist. Inhale, see if you can lift a little taller, and exhale, twist a little bit further. Very gently coming back to center when you're ready. We'll do one more seated stretch and finish out our warm up, and then we'll stand for the remainder. So we're just gonna alternate drawing our knees toward our chest. We're still sitting tall, away from the back of our chair, drawing the knees up toward the chest. Feel free to point and flex a couple times, alternating legs. Draw that knee in as far as comfortable, even if it's just slightly off the floor. Just a little bit of mobility in our hips before we stand all the way up. And while this is a chair yoga flow, it's primarily going to be seated, but we also want to be mindful of taking those breaks and standing up from our seats whenever possible. So we do want to get you up and out of your chair, but just want to make sure that you have something available to you that when short on time, we can stay seated and do a quick little movement break. Let's finish up here. And then we'll go ahead and rise up. I'm going to turn my chair. You're welcome to stay right where you are, set up exactly as you are. Just going to bring my block to the seat so it's close by when I'm ready for it. We're going to start here with a chest opener, a little bit for our back and chest. So standing off the back of your chair. Again, if you're using a chair with wheels on it, just be very careful. Maybe use your desk instead so it's stable. Just going to walk your legs out, holding onto the back of your chair, and drop your chest forward. So draw your belly in just so you're protecting your spine, protecting your low back. And then you want to stretch in your back as if you're sending your tailbone to the back wall and the crown of your head to the front wall. Feel that stretch in your neck as you lengthen. Hopefully you feel it down in your back as well. Let's hold here for 1 or 2 more breaths. And then very slowly, gently start to walk it back up. Coming back to standing. And then here's where you have an opportunity to use a prop if needed. For this one, if you're in a chair with wheels on it, maybe just do this on the floor, or make sure your chair is against a wall or on the carpet so it's not going to roll around, or just, again, hold on to it very firmly. Let's place one foot into the chair, and we're going to go into a little bit of a lizard pose. So walking your back leg, kind of heel toe it back out a little bit further. And then you can rest your hands on either end of the chair, or if you're in a stable chair as I am, maybe bring your hands down to the inside of the thigh. And maybe you don't even need the block. Maybe coming down to the chair itself is plenty and good enough for you today. Great thing is about the block is that you have 3 levels of height here. You got baby bear, you got mama bear, you got papa bear all the way up high. So using whichever side is going to work for you today, push the hips forward into that stretch. Taking one more breath here. And all we're going to do is reverse this stretch, send the hips back, straighten out that front leg. You may need to adjust the leg, and that's fine. So pressing the heel down, draw your toes back, and that should be enough to deepen that stretch. If you need a little bit more, send that back hip crease back just a little bit. Notice that little hip shift, and then you feel a deeper stretch. Sorry, I'm kind of blended into my background here. There we go. Deep breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and release that stretch, and we'll finish out on the other side. Go ahead and place the foot down. Again, you may need to heel toe the leg out a little bit, and then drop the hips into the stretch. Your knee may come slightly forward, but we're not going past our toe here. So walk the leg back to adjust. And then again, bring your arms to the inside of that thigh, to your block or to your chair. This is usually my more flexible hip, so it feels a little bit better. And then very gently on your next exhale, begin to shift back into your half split in the chair, straightening out that leg, send the hips back, hold this stretch. Again, toes pull back, and maybe even pull that hip back a little bit more. This should feel really good if you've been sitting for quite a few hours. And sometimes we don't even realize it. We get so focused on what we're doing, especially when you're on a roll and you're being really productive. It's hard to take that break or be aware of how long we've been at it. But these breaks, these moments feel really, really good when we're able to fit them in. Let's gently ease out of that stretch. Go ahead and bring your foot back out of the chair, and you're welcome to come to a seat or remain standing as we seal our practice. Let's take a few deep breaths. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, bring your palms to meet. Bring your hands to your heart center. we'll all bow together and say namaste. And thank you all for joining today, sharing this time to practice this brief yoga flow, this nice stretch break. Again, my name is Sarita. I'm happy to answer any questions or concerns you may have if you would like to hang out. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.